Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Learning English with Teacher Nan. For today I'm going to share you about a lot of the tips first to improve your speaking English skill. Okay, for today I'm going to mention you for the first thing. That's firstly, you don't be afraid to make the mistakes, because the mistakes make you a greatest more opportunity. Just when you make the mistakes, you learn more about how to speak English and how to solve the problems, and you will solve the process in your brain when you speak out in English, and you know everything about your problems when you speak. Yeah, because we have a lot of tricks to speak English, but I know when you stay in your home alone with your own, but you cannot practice your English because you don't have someone to speak with, and that is not a problem. You have to speak with yourself and practice every day, anytime when you want to speak English. Try to think about English surrounding in your head, because when you don't know the vocabulary or maybe the meaning of the words, you can search and you don't know what's the meaning. If you want to know something about the meaning of the words, you can search, and sometimes you don't understand when you watch televisions, or maybe you have to search. One thing you should know and should practice every day, you have to spend much more time in the morning and the afternoon, or maybe the evening. During long in the day, you have to practice and spend much more time to practice for 2 hours per day, or maybe 3 hours per day, to reading a book, a storybook in English, and watch television and TV show, or maybe a lot of English in YouTube or Netflix. It's a lot of type of many things to listen and practice your English anytime what you want. If you want to improve your English, you have to spend much more time for that. I mentioned you for a lot of tricks to how to improve your speaking English. Even you're staying in the homes and practice alone at home, so in many time to spend much more time to speak English. But we are not American, we are not native speaking, but we try to do that. We try to find the technique, try to do anything in English. You have to learn more, have to practice, have to listening and reading a lot of books in English. Don't care about the grammar when you want to communicate with the people. And the one thing is very important, you have to make the schedules and make time to do that and practice that. Hey, we're not a native English speaker, we're not American people, we're not Australians or Canadians. We cannot think about of English, but the words we don't know of the meaning every word. But we try to learn more about that. We try to spend much more time to make a schedule for learning of English, and I hope you guys so spend much more time to practice every day, and I know hopefully you can do that, and you have more confidence when you speak English. That's a very good way to practice English. If you want to successfully in English, you have to do that. I have a lot of chance to speak with the native English speaker, but sometimes and so many times I don't know the meaning of the words when they speak, but I can catch up the words when they speak every word. How do I do it when I don't know the meaning of the words? I ask them, and I don't be afraid to ask them about what does it mean of these words, and then they happy to tell me what is the meaning, and I learning by doing. I learn by and practice English also when I speak out, and I know the meaning every time when I speak out of the sentence, and I can make the sentence when I communicate with a lot of foreigner, because I practice of this way. I practice by imitation technique and shadowing technique. When I watch televisions and I hear about the words I never hear before, I go to search on the Google. I search of the meanings and hear, listen of the pronunciation when they speak out, and repeat that again and open sound again when I don't know the pronunciations, and I want to hear that pronunciation of the words again, and I practice like this for hours per day. And I think this technique, it will help you Thai people, help you guide everybody to want to practice English. I hopefully you practice like this will work. It's work for you. And I try to mention you a lot of my craft video to this technique, because the people doesn't know about these techniques and they practice only about the grammar rule and want to learn more in English, just like present like present simple tense, simple past perfect, simple present, simple past, present perfect. But I don't know about that. I never know about it, but I know how to use it. I don't know of the meanings of another past, another tense, but I have to know how to use this tense, because it's not gonna help me to talk when communicate with the people. And the one thing I will give you, you have to prepare yourself to learn English. You have to prepare everything, because if you prepare, you have a focus, you have a focus, you have meditations to do that, and you get ready to learn a lot of the English because you prepare before you go to the job interview or before you go to talk with another people. You have to more confident because you prepare for your English, and if you prepare, everything is gonna be okay. Before I go, I hope you guys to have a good time to practice for your English and improve yourself. Okay, goodbye, have a good day.